Good morning, my dear friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to talk about gemstones. Gemstones, precious stones, besides being beautiful ornaments, have a deep, mysterious side that is very important to know about because sometimes it can be even dangerous. You shouldn't put anything on yourself. Talking with specialists, and for that I invited a good friend of mine. Here she is, Elina Bromberg. Elina, she's a jeweler, private jeweler. She was for a long time grand vendor for Bulgari, for big names, big names corporations. Now you have your own company, right? For quite some
Yes,
time, right?
for quite some time, yeah.
Yes. So how did it happen? How did your interest for gemstones appeared? How did it came into your life?
Well, I would say I came to diamond industry back in 2000, in beginning of 2000s, and I always was fascinated by gemstones, but probably only when I start working for myself as a private jeweler in 2013, I really dove into the world of gemstones, and
So 20 years in the business. Wow.
well, 20 years in the business and 7 years as a private jeweler
Right.
and working with private clients and gemstones.
Mm-hmm. What do you
And
like about stones? What are stones? What is it? It's not just a rock, obviously. They have some kind of mysterious inside. I know. That's why I want you to talk about.
yeah, so I would say I was always fascinated by gemstones and diamonds, but I didn't really know why. And just as some beautiful objects. But when I probably you know, all events come to our life at a certain time when we're ready. And a few years ago, a couple of years ago, I was introduced to Kundalini yoga.
Mm-hmm.
I was practicing yoga for some time before, but Kundalini yoga is actually when some stressful events happened, and I started to practice Kundalini yoga, and I first experienced that world of energy. So whatever you practice yoga as a spiritual practice, or if you learn quantum physics, so you know that everything is an energy. Everything is we energies, but energy bodies, and gemstones that come from the earth, they have energy and energy fields. So the our interaction, as my experience shows, our interaction between with energy, with gemstones, interaction of the energy fields, but you have to be really aware of it. If I can share personal stories,
Yes, please.
personal story, how it actually became very clear to me. For example, I was in India a few years ago, and I was visiting a very he's a famous jeweler, many generations of jewelers, Indian jeweler in Mumbai, and he works, he creates amazing pieces. It's works of art, but he works only with gemstones that are 50, 100, 200 years old, with only emeralds, sapphires, rubies. Yes. So when I actually was holding his pieces, I could not believe because my heart was racing. I was feeling like surges of energy going through my body, and I couldn't understand what it is. And then I realized that every piece of jewelry that I was holding, it had a emerald 200 years old, or sapphire that has a lot of history, passed through so many hands, and gemstone accumulates energy from
So
everyone
gemstone,
who.
can you say that gemstone it's a material energy, materialized energy.
Well, you can say, yeah,
Yeah.
you can say that.
Okay.
Now I think, during the coronavirus, we all realized that everything is we part of one, right? We're not a separate beings. We're part of our environment. We're part uh, of global universe, whatever. But so the energy, the gemstones that comes from Earth, it's obviously it's an organic material and it has energy, and we interact with energy of those stones. But here it's probably important to tell that um, when you wear gemstone for any reason, you have to be aware of of its quality, and probably where it's all about mindfulness and awareness, right? For example, if for example, this is your birthstone, and or this is a stone that holds certain values and healing properties, and you pay attention and you're aware of it, you will benefit from it. But if you just mindlessly buy something and trying to wear it, and you're not really connecting to this, I don't think you will get any benefits from it. For example, if you're living with somebody, right, in the same physical space, but you always absorb in your own reality, in your own emotional world, there is no connection with this other person. Although you physically in the same space, but you're not really
Right.
connecting because you're not attuned to it, right? The same thing if you wear in the ring with gemstone, but you're not really connected to it in any way. You're not aware of this property, so there will be no interaction between your energy field and the
Mhm.
gemstone. So most likely you will not get the benefits that
I
gemstone.
heard that it's even dangerous to wear it without knowing, especially with precious stones, because apparently precious stones has bigger power, right?
Yes, absolutely. Precious and semi-precious stones, they have it's a completely different property. Um, if you allow me to share another story, um, 2 years ago, when I was, it was actually a year ago after I got divorced and I happily moved out. I was sitting in the meditation, and people who meditate, they know we meditate not to get rid of the thoughts, but rather to hear that inner voice that we usually don't hear. So after divorce, you're trying to, you go through certain identity crisis, right? Because you were married for so long and you were
Mhm.
wife and here, and suddenly you're starting this new life and you need to find your own place in the
Basic,
world.
yeah. Hmm.
So I was sitting in the morning and I was sitting in meditation, and suddenly I get this message that I need to make myself a freedom ring. I said, freedom ring? What is the freedom ring?
I
And
love it.
the message came actually that, when you get an engagement ring, it's somebody committing to you, right?
Right.
But the freedom ring, as it was explained, that it's a commitment to your own self, right? That you're starting the new life and you have to commit to your own self to do the best
For
for
yourself.
for
Hmm.
yourself. Yeah. So, and I said, oh my God, freedom ring. I don't even know what stone should I put in my freedom ring. Yeah. So a few months later, the same thing in morning meditation. Suddenly I get an image of the ring with a gemstone, and it says your freedom ring. I said, freedom,
I love
serious?
your communication with divine. I
but
love it. You have it like
but
poster signs. It's perfect.
sometimes I see images, sometimes it
Right.
comes as a
Yeah.
messages. So, and I'm looking at the stone on the ring. I said, what is this stone? It's a citrine. And I never considered the citrine for my own ring.
Mhm.
I wear diamonds, emeralds, but citrine, who wears citrine? And then,
I love it.
but
Worse.
it was, a year ago. And then but I take my morning meditation messages very seriously. So I started to look at the properties of the citrine. And believe it or not, the citrine is actually balancing and harmonizing your third chakra. This is Manipura, that is responsible for your self-identity, for your own power.
Survival, for your
So
survival.
exactly. So it's actually the message was that I need to, the citrine, if I put it in the ring mindfully, if I create this design, and I wear it, it will, strengthen my third chakra, and it gives me that boost of power that I needed to, to go through this identity crisis and to rebuild yourself. So I started to look more carefully into, in the gemstones, and I was not discarding anymore the semi-precious stones as the citrine and the biggest difference between semi-precious and precious, that semi-precious are more plentiful, they cost less. And actually I wanted to show you, this is the and when I got this citrine ring idea, I the same day I came to my gemstone to look at the gemstone dealer to look at the gemstones, and suddenly on the tray I see the citrine from my vision, so I bought it. Look at it. I don't know if how is you can
Oh
see it.
my God, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It has this sugar loaf shape, and now I'm working on the ring. The ring, my freedom ring will be ready next week. And yes, so yeah, and then also I got myself like this little crystals. So I meditate in the morning with this little crystal.
I just had a question from our viewers. Actually, someone was asking, is crystals are considered as a gemstones?
It is semi-precious gemstones,
It's a
of course.
separate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, if you use gemstones in the meditation, or like it's.
Oh, how you use that? Can you talk more about that? How you use the gemstones for meditation?
For example, listen, I hold it in my hand.
Oh, you're holding in your hands to add your energy.
Yes. So, for example, if you if you're using it for meditation, I would suggest it to get it in more raw form, like less faceted. So, because it's like less processed. And also, despite the boom of online sales and everything, but when you pick the gemstones, I always suggest that you go and see the stones by them, but you have to feel them, you have to hold them, you have to really connect with the stones. You can't really connect to the picture of the gemstone online. Even when I work with my private clients, when I'm making engagement rings, the young man comes to look at the diamonds that I offer him for an engagement ring. Even we exchange videos and the certificates over online, or via email or WhatsApp. They need to see it in person, and you really need to see what stone speaks to you, because every stone has different personality, different, it has to speak to you. It's the same thing, like I have many clients who come to me and they say, oh, you know what, I bought this ring or necklace at some liquidation sale, or it was clearance, it was anything, and I bought it and it just sits in my jewelry box, I never wear it. Yes, because it was not yours. You need to be very mindful about when you choose a piece of jewelry that you wear, because it has to be yours. The gemstone has to speak to you. And
I heard it's better not to. I heard it's better not to wear anything at all than wearing the wrong piece.
Absolutely, yeah. So if you want to really, get yourself a nice crystal or gemstone for a piece of jewelry, you need to see it in person. You need to feel it, and you will be amazed, because you would come to, if you need a crystal for your meditation, you go to the metaphysical store and you have a tray with gemstones, and out of this full tray, you will pick particular stone, because it will, attract your attention. And
right. And each precious stone or semi-precious stone are responsible for different chakras.
Yes.
Or developing, helping to develop. Because I just saw another question from a viewer saying, rose quartz, does it help with the heart? So we can start going.
Yes, yes. I mean, actually, yes. The chakras is actually, I, from practicing, especially Kundalini yoga, where the most main focus is on breathing and meditation. It's you will understand the importance of chakras as the energy center, and when they're not balanced, you're not feeling well, you're not working and performing your best potential. So, and the heart chakra is a turning point, between our lower chakras and upper chakras. So the heart chakra is the most important chakra in our entire system. So yes, working with rose quartz, I have a big rose quartz.
Oh my, good.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite ones.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually, I got it as a gift from a lady who introduced me to Kundalini yoga. She said, this is
Oh
the first
my.
crystal you need to have.
Wow.
And I love it. It's just, I love the shape of it. I love the color of it.
So
So,
it does helps with the heart chakra.
well,
Or
in order
it
for it to
depends on
get
the
help,
person.
yes, you need to have a crystal around, but also when during meditation, you have to actually focus on your heart chakra, not just sit there and everything
Talk
is about.
about your problems with different sides
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah, no, everything is about focus. Your energy goes where your focus goes. So if you're working, on your heart chakra, you have to focus on your heart chakra, and having rose quartz nearby is helpful. Sometimes, metaphysical stores, they sell like rose quartz in a raw form, like barely polished, and on a simple, silver chain, and it's very helpful to wear here. And another, I have a friend in Miami, in Fort Lauderdale. Um, we got once we were at the fair with all the gemstones and crystal. We got her this amethyst. Amethyst has a calming properties. When you're stressed and you just hold the amethyst. So we got this beautiful amethyst druzy. It's like a very barely cut stones. It has its natural form. And every time you feel stress, you just hold this necklace, and it's.
And even if you don't believe in that, you can still like count till 10 while you're holding. It will help one way.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
It
of
won't
course.
hurt.
Some people would say it. Well, it's a placebo effect. It's
But
not so much the placebo effect. It is just you connecting. You wear you, and once you wear and you're mindful about things, you do it in a different way. Yeah, so it works
as long as the
differently.
results is right. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what way.
So if I start selling now, what stones for each chakra, it's a lot of information. If I can
Like
post
maybe
everything.
just a little bit like this one is good for opening of the third eye. This one is good. Just like little there and there. Can you just give some kind of guidance?
Yes, for example, we also, all our chakras are responsible for certain illnesses. For example,
Right.
if there is an imbalance in certain chakra, right? There's certain illnesses found. For example, if you don't speak your truth, if you don't voice your concerns, if you start having problems with your fifth chakra, and it can cause you thyroid diseases, all these like throat related illnesses. So you can use amber. So even when you finish shavasana, you can place an amber to your chakra. Yes. You can during meditation, for example, when you lay down in shavasana after yoga, you can place white crystals, it's white quartz. You can put, and it calms you down, and also gives you some kind of insight that you.
I'm writing.
For example, and I will post on my page. I will post
That would
all
be
these,
great.
so you can always go back. And for example, also I wear sometimes it's a huge ring, but it's I like it, and I wear it sometimes too. This is also for
Mm-hmm.
the chakra.
Is it ruby? What is
No,
it?
no, no, it's the amber.
Amber. Ah, okay, right.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Also, for example, for people who is in sales,
Mm-hmm.
this is this is malachite.
Malachite. Uh-huh.
It helps to all the salespeople. For example,
Really?
this is yeah. By the way,
That's
if you
interesting.
need to sell some
Good
real
to know.
estate, this stone is, for example, it's chrysoprase. It's not very rare. I mean, you need to know. And this stone, when you wear it, helps you with the money,
Mm-hmm.
but you also need to connect. Also, there is certain, every day of the week, according to Vedic tradition, ruled by a certain planet, and every planet is, and you can wear a certain gemstone to help to harmonize and balance the
Mm-hmm.
energy of the certain day. For example, on Sunday, it's a sun day, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
a day
Mm-hmm.
ruled by the sun.
Right.
So you should wear something orange, something
Mm-hmm.
red, and you can wear sunstone, you can wear amber, you can,
Amber is considered is a sunstone.
yeah, it has the sun energy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so
What is the best stone for manifestation?
imperial for on Sunday you can wear also imperial golden topaz and sunstone, obviously. So
Oh,
something that
so
is sun.
each day of week there is suggested stone.
Of course, yeah. So for
Okay.
example, and Sunday is ruled by sun. It has very masculine, dominant energy. For example, for Monday,
Mm-hmm.
it's Moon Day. It's the day but it's ruled by the moon. For
Right.
example, um, in our Western culture, it's recommended that you start um,
New week.
new
Mm-hmm.
new week, new
New life.
resolution starting Monday. It's like the worst day to start anything, especially for women, because moon is it's a very feminine energy.
Right.
You have to rest.
Of
You
course.
have to,
So it should be last
and
day.
yes, you should not start anything on Monday because nothing will work because it's a very low key day. And on Monday you should wear pearl, moonstone, or some silver jewelry.
Oh, really?
And
Okay.
yes,
Pearls and silver.
moonstone, moonstone
Uh,
also it's
and,
beautiful stone.
mhm. They
Plus you,
will amplify. They will amplify
they
moon
will,
energy.
yeah. So they balance the moon
Okay.
energy, yeah.
And if
And
I like, for example, if I understand, it's if I understand you correctly, it's almost like when you eat, it's like your diet. It's pretty much the same thing. You need to balance the energies that comes in you, and you can do it with the help of stones. So, like me, for example, I'm moon deficient in my system. What would you
so you have
suggest
to
in my particular case?
wear pearls or moonstones.
Constantly.
Not the, yeah. I mean, you have to really do maybe your
It's like
horoscope.
vitamin. You're taking extra vitamin, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, you can wear colors. You can wear silver, light gray
Right.
on Monday.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you.
On Tuesday, so everything start. You better start on Tuesday because Tuesday is ruled by Mars, and it's very powerful. Like the energy of the warrior and the motivation, passion, and you can wear red stones like a coral. So
But at the same
on
time, it's
Tuesday,
aggression as well, right?
ah, mm, well, it's very motivational
Right.
planet. You can wear something pink, like, to balance. For example, on Tuesday, I wear these coral earrings because
Mm-hmm.
um, on you can wear on Tuesday ruby, red garnet,
Mm-hmm.
red jasper, and I wear corals.
Mm-hmm.
Um, on Wednesday, the planet is Mercury. You should wear color green. And the stones are turquoise, amazonite, blue topaz. For example, right now I'm making earrings for one of my clients with turquoise. It's two turquoise to wear on Wednesday. You can wear it. You can, for example, I have this little gemstone, Angelite. It's good for travel. So when I travel, I hold it.
Look at you! Wow, you have all these magic amulets. Actually,
It's
that's what it
my
is.
own
It's coming
sidekick.
from amulets.
It's amulets. Yeah, it's people used and wore gemstones thousands of years.
Especially when there's important moments, like going to war, if they're getting married again, all the most important days, they will have particular amulet to wear. Look at the shamans.
Yes, but I think the most important part that you use it as an anchor. That's something that grounds you and holds you. So you actually, concentrate it, not burst out. Not all over the place. So Friday is my favorite day. Friday is ruled by Venus. It's my ruling planet, and it's the gemstone for Friday. It's emerald. It's also my birthstone. I love emerald, and it's this day is all about beauty and elegance and love, and so this is the energy that you have to support this energy. You usually wear blue or white, because this is the energy of the day. On Saturday, Saturday is ruled by Saturn,
right?
And that's a very, the way I feel.
I never
Saturday.
thought. Sorry, interrupt. I never thought of week of days a week as planets. To be honest, you you opened my eyes completely. I've discovered a completely new thing.
Oh, honey, the sky is the limit here. So Saturn is ruled by on Saturday. Saturn, and you can wear black tourmaline, agate, black obsidian. I don't have it here, but I wear those on Saturday. I wear those obsidian, bead bracelet. Sometimes I use it as mala bead. Saturday, the energy of Saturday. Saturn, it's something that you go within. It's very self-reflective, and it's the Shabbat in the Jewish traditions. It's very reflective, self-reflective day. So it's have to be
Saturn, right.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, Saturn it's a planet of death as well, right?
Yeah, week just died. Yeah.
Well, so it's kind of like.
So I mean, it's in Jewish tradition, it's the end of the week. So you do have it's like end of the week. That's it. This time is gone. You just have to reflect and analyze what
sun comes out, and the whole thing starts again.
Exactly. Another thing I discovered during one of my travels to India is Navaratna. It's a piece of jewelry. I have to show you something. I was given, I hope you have it here. Yes. On my first travel to India, I got this little gift from an Indian lady. I had no idea what it is. She said, just keep it.
Yeah.
And she told me that it's 9 planets and they will bring you balance and peace. And only a few years later, I go to India every year, and a few years later, I discovered this piece of jewelry that it's a traditional Indian jewelry, but I loved it so much. It comes with different 9 gemstones, and every gemstone is in charge for different planets, corresponded with different planets, and you can wear it as a necklace, as a ring, as a bracelet, and it's supposed to be to have also not a healing but balancing and harmonizing power to bring a harmonizing power to you. I will post on my page. I will post these samples of the Navaratna and how it looks. It has 9 different gemstones, the ruby in the center, the
So it's
symbol
like
of
some kind
sun.
of like icon that you're putting, or what is it? It's like you're putting on your altar, or you're putting by your bed. What is this?
No, you wear it as a piece of
Ah, you
jewelry.
wear it. Okay,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this square thing.
It's you can make it in different forms. You can make it
Mm-hmm.
as a flower. You can make it square. You can make it as a bagua, shape
Mm-hmm.
like 8 sides. But the only important thing is to keep it. The order of the gemstone has to be the certain.
Vertical.
It's ruby that symbolizes suns. It's always in the center, and then around these different gemstones,
Mm-hmm.
cat's eye, sapphire, emerald, diamond,
Mm-hmm.
yellow sapphire, and pearl, and also coral. So it goes in a certain circle. It symbolizes Jupiter, Venus.
Mm-hmm.
And also, there are two different planets that are not part of the planetary system. It's Rahu and Ketu. It's part of the
Right.
Jyotish Vedic
Mm-hmm.
astrology.
Mm-hmm.
So these planets, it's a shadow planet. So, every person has its shadows,
Right.
dark
Right.
shadows. You remember Carl Jung? That
Of course.
we need to
Mm-hmm.
face
Go.
our hands. So
By
yes,
the way, do you know by any chance what kind of stone I should wear since I'm going through Rahu period right now?
you have to speak to your astrologist.
Okay, I thought you might know.
You talk to your astrologer, and then you tell me. I will tell you what to wear.
Okay.
What do you mean you have? Is it strong? Is it weak? What's
No,
the?
I'm going through, like, I have this 18 years period of Rahu. I went through 3 of them right now, so my third just finished, and I was wondering if there are any stone to facilitate my way through it.
Yeah, I will do the research and I will tell you
Sounds great. Thank you.
what's the best
Mm-hmm.
gemstone to wear. And so once again, when choosing, I mean, the only message I want you to, have from this conversation is, whenever you buy, you have to be mindful that you buy. You have to pick the stone that speaks to you,
Mm-hmm.
and only then it will work. The magic of
Mm-hmm.
gemstones happen when you work with it, when you wear what you wear, and um,
If I'm
you
understanding right, it's almost like a little battery that you have with you. So when
exactly.
this battery, so if you connect it right, then you can get energy from it. If it's not connected
Exactly.
right, then it's like.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's exactly right. And for example, when I work with my private clients on certain pieces, they will, I pre-select, stones, and I, in the beginning, I didn't know why I'm doing, but I always hold the stone. I was doing it intuitively, not even knowing, understanding why I'm doing this. And then, my clients would tell me, "Oh, you know what? Those stones, that piece of jewelry you made, I love it so much. It has such a good energy, and I wear it all the time." And then it came only to me later because intuitively I was connecting in some way, and I do have a good energy. I was connecting to those stones, so everything is like a quality control, you know.
You check the
If
battery.
you
You know it works.
I do, yeah, I do. Plus, it also a very important thing to remember that these days on the market are so many, especially gemstones that sold in the jewelry or food jewelry, faceted stones that they going through many manipulations in terms of quality. Some of them go, glass filled, heated, filled with resin. So, in order to experience the true power of gemstones, you need to know that this is the actual gemstone, not plastic, not something glass filled or
Oh,
resin filled.
right. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you need to know, you need to go to the trusted sources, and you need to know what you're buying.
Mm-hmm.
And
Where are you getting your stones? From India?
I have my sources, but I do. I go to India, and I
Who
last.
is the biggest producer of stones?
Oh,
That will be.
it depends. Depends
Oh,
on
it
depends on the
depends on
stone.
the
So
stones.
my
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Last year I was in Sri Lanka, so I brought a lot of stones from Sri Lanka. For example, I bought these some beautiful sapphires
Mm,
and
magical.
all different colors of sapphires, because some people do think that sapphires only come in blue, but they come in, in
All
many different
Mhm.
colors, in pink and blue and yellow and green. And for me, I love shopping for gemstones.
That sounds
And
good.
yeah, yeah. I'm once I was in Las Vegas for three
You know,
every
there is a
year.
lot of people listening to us, just in case. Telling
I
you.
know, but when I got married, I promised my husband that I will not gamble anymore.
Oh my.
So, so I was not gambling for a long time. But every year I would go in June. I would go to Las Vegas for the gem show, for the trade show
Mhm.
to buy gemstones. And once I went with my friend, and she told me, "Let's go." I said, "Well, I haven't gambled for a long time." And she said, let's go to win. I have, my lucky table, you know.
Mhm.
So we go to win and we play uh, blackjack, and I win $1,500.
Mhm.
And the next day um, I went to the trade show, and I spent the entire winnings on boulder opals. That was my gemstone fascination of the
Mhm.
time.
Mhm.
And I made 5 pieces of jewelry that were bought by my clients. And it was like every piece, every opal had a piece of my luck. But what you
Right.
put in the meeting in it, right? And all these clients, they wear my opal jewelry. I said, "Oh, I love it! I love it! I feel so lucky."
Oh.
And
Mhm.
so I remember how I was like a little child in a
Mhm.
candy shop, because
Please.
oh my gosh, you want all these
I
stones.
won't blow it.
Yeah, and especially it's something that created by nature. It's
Mhm.
so beautiful, the colors, the shapes, and even if you look here, this is amber, right? Look
Mhm.
how much is going on. There is like a mesmerizing beauty of the stone. You
Mhm.
can look at it endlessly.
Mhm.
This, for example, lapis lazuli. This is a stone. I don't know
Mhm.
if you see. I made a few pairs of earrings with lapis lazuli. When you look at the stone, it looks like a dark midnight sky, and it
Mhm.
has like a little gold spectacles on
Mhm.
the stone. It looks like, you know,
Painting.
Starry Night by Van Gogh.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's
Mhm.
so beautiful, and you really need to appreciate the quality,
Mhm.
beauty of the
Mhm.
gemstones in order to connect to them. Yeah.
Course. I saw a question from one of our viewers. Uh, is obsidian good for manifesting?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Obsidian, it absorbs all the negative energy.
Mm.
So,
Okay, so you can
yeah.
balance on this scale as well. So for
But the manifesting, well, we all try manifest stuff, right? As
Mhm.
we all. But um, you can actually manifest something when you in the right emotional
Say.
state.
Mhm.
Um, um, your manifesting powers go down once you experience, you know, low vibrational emotions such as anger, sadness. You cannot
Depression.
manifest depression, apathy. It's like
Mhm.
you cannot manifest anything from the
From
from
this
that
state.
emotional state. In order to really manifest something, you need to be in happy state and joyful, and so you need to first to work on your emotional state,
Is
and
there any
then
is there any stones that can kind of like suck the bad energy out of you? Does it exist? Instead
um,
of being battery, it's vacuum cleaning
well,
quality.
I wouldn't say it's only gemstone work. It's like a complex work. You can use gemstones. You can use um, essential oils.
Right.
For you had a speaker on essential oils. When you work with different instruments to bring your emotional state up, I use essential oils, a special custom blend that a friend of mine who is dealing with essential oils, she created a blend especially for me, from all the blends I love and that make me happy. So I use this essential oil blend to bring my spirits up in the morning, and it's like motivates you, and
Right.
it makes you happy. Believe it or not, it makes you happy. Plus, uh, you start your day with gratitude. You should be
And you do
grateful for what
meditate.
you have.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
You should.
and there are different Ayurvedic traditions that you start your day with, even in bed,
Mm-hmm.
put your hands on your heart chakra and, be grateful for what you have. Because so many of us, we work
I can
from what we
remember.
don't have. Yes. And once you in a certain emotional level that you're happy and joyful, you can manifest stuff. Before that, you can hold all the stones in the world, but if you're not
It's
in a
not gonna
happy
happen.
place, you cannot manifest
Mm-hmm.
anything. And I did manifest a few things in my big things in my life, but I remember when I was reflecting back, what did I do for this to happen? I remember that it was very I was in very inspired state of mind. I was, oh, really? And from that place, you can manifest. But
Mm-hmm.
if you just, you know, angry
Good.
and sad
Mm-hmm.
and feeling lack, yeah, just lack of everything in your life, you can manifest anything. But certain stones, yes, absolutely, they do absorb your negative energy.
But
Obsidian is
can
one
you
of them. Yes.
obsidian? Mm-hmm.
Black tourmaline, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I will also I will show you the book that I it's like my gem Bible.
Mm-hmm.
It's Gem Magic
Mm-hmm.
by Brenda Knight. It has it's a crystals and gemstones for love, luck, and power, for prosperity. So it's like the most comprehensive and easily to read. It's like just essence of everything. So you can, because there are so many stones for everything. Like
Right.
for prosperity, you can use this, and that. For healing your heart chakra, you can use this, and that. And plus, it's all about the connection to the stones. For example, from India, I brought these from Green
Ganesha?
Gate. It's a Ganesha, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And this is rose quartz
Oh, beautiful.
Ganesha.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's hand painted. It's also from India.
Mm-hmm.
So you surround yourself with beautiful objects. You connect
Right.
with them. I mean,
Right.
it's
Get energy from it.
just just buy what really speaks to you.
Right.
Because
Mm-hmm.
don't stuff your home with just stuff. Keep only what pieces that makes you happy, speak to you, and have some meaning for you.
Right.
You know,
We don't have much time left. I would love for you to talk a little bit about your private jewelry company. That I know that one of the latest thing that you start doing a lot, it's upscaling jewelry. Am I correct?
upcycling,
Upscale.
upcycling jewelry. Yeah.
Upscaling.
Um. Yes. So
Mhm.
jewelry upcycling. I find it to be very sustainable practice. This is exactly what I was talking about when I was getting calls from my clients that have a full jewelry box of jewelry, and she doesn't wear anything because it was given to her by her mother, and the design of the ring doesn't talk to her, doesn't fit her lifestyle, or this is engagement ring from the first marriage that she doesn't want to wear on this engagement ring anymore. But it's a has a, you know, special, very important diamond that you can just discard. So I was working with clients to give those gemstones, so sentimental gemstones, new life. We
Is it
create a
true?
new.
Is it true that in order to take away the previous energy, you're putting them for like for quite some time in the salty water or something like that? Did you ever heard of that?
Yes,
Some
I
magical
actually,
rituals.
yeah, I do. I put it in a glass of water, and I mean, it's a small jar, and I put it in the freezer. So
Mm.
water absorbs all the negative energy, and then you just let it thaw, and water takes all the negative energy
And you
out.
put it in a freezer.
Yeah, for a day or two.
Uh-huh. So it's
And then
freezing up there.
when, yeah, I mean, water takes all the negative energy from the gemstone, and it's when it thaws, it just flows out, and that's it.
Nice. I knew that. I knew that you do something. You're doing
So, for
something.
example, this is my personal where it all started. This is my personal
Mm-hmm.
cycling project. I had a friend, a very dear friend. She was 95 years old when she passed away. She was from lady from those last Russian blue bloods. Her parents fled Russia right after revolution. She was extremely, you know, this cultural, aristocratic, intelligent lady, and she was very dear to me. So before she passed away, she gave me some stones, and she gave me this aquamarine brooch that was so old and so fragile. It was her grandma, so it was almost crumbled in my hand because it was so old. So, but I really liked the stone, and I wanted to keep it as a sentimental token from her. So I took out the stone and I reset it into the ring. So I wear it every day.
Mm. Oh wow.
So it's like you giving a
Like
new
life.
life
Mm-hmm.
to the gemstone or diamond that you like, and that has certain sentimental value for you. But you're making a piece that fits your lifestyle, fits your, you know, design aesthetics. And I work with clients, you know, we figure out what's the best way to,
Mm-hmm.
and what's the best jewel to create, so you can wear it and enjoy it instead of
If,
keeping it in a jewelry box.
if any of our viewers would like to reach out to you, they can write to you directly, right?
Yeah, on my page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how would it possible to work during this uncertain times if it's by distance? How you do that with the
I
stone?
do via video calls.
Mm-hmm.
I send my clients videos of
Mm-hmm.
gemstones, and then
But
we
if they
have a
need to
video
touch
call.
it and feel it, how they do that?
I will send it
Okay,
so you
you
can
have
touch
their
it.
ways.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
asking.
Yes.
You're
But
ready to
also,
correct.
you know, because I do have a lot of experience in
Mm-hmm.
stones and
Mm-hmm.
gemstones, and I choose only what is good, you
Mm-hmm.
know, for me, because I do feel responsibility for what I make and for what I put out in the world. Yeah, and I want people to really treasure and enjoy the pieces, and I make sure that they get the best value possible for their money and for their
Let me just take one
everyday
last,
investment. Mhm.
last question. Is it true you can clean stones during a full moon?
Well, you not clean them. You clean them before you put them in the. I mean, you know, the crystals. You mean, yes, you put them in the salt, like a sea salt, and then you wash them. And I put them. I have a special selenite plate. I'll show you.
Oh wow. Magical fairy you are.
I have this plate. It's like a made of selenium, and I put it on my like window, and I put all gemstones during full moon, and it's charging.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much cleaning, but charging, because it's powerful moon energy, especially for women. It's moon is a woman. It's for women. It's a
Women's energy.
feminine energy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Some references for you came in. I have several pieces of Elina's jewelry, and it's always personal and wonderful experience. Here we go.
Oh, thank you, Ines.
Uh, Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so much,
you.
Elina. It was really, really interesting. So informative. Now I know what I need to do next. It's to call
Yeah,
you.
I will post on my page in the next few days. I will post gemstones by weeks,
And by chakras, please.
by chakras, by weeks, and I will post also a few pictures of Navaratna, what it is and
Sounds great. Thank
what
you
you
so
do.
much. And I'll post
Thank you.
I will post again your name so they know where to find you.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Have a wonderful day.
You look beautiful as always. Glowing. Thank you. Bye.
My dear friends, thank you so much for watching. That was Élina Bromberg and Tatiana Nikishina, Equanimity 888. I wish you a wonderful day. Tons of love, luck, and equanimity. Bye.